about you. This cell of ice and fire, what blood red death, lost in desire, smell of life.
What's up? Back with the live podcast, the whole Idiom Enchilada podcast. Ryan Inman, Rick Paulton. Had some technical difficulties trying to get things worked out. That's why we're on a little bit late. Sorry about that. Let's click the button so we can see the comments. All right. Today, we are going to rank the not the final girls of the Friday the 13th series. That means anybody that was not a final girl that was in our final girl ranking, they're no good. Anybody else.
Any female character.
And it has to be a female. No final boys like I slipped in on the final girl episode.
No Tommy Jarvis.
No Tommy Jarvis. He doesn't count, and like no other boys would count.
Yep.
That Jared Padalecki guy, he doesn't count.
Any female character in the whole franchise.
Got to be a female.
Got to
be not a final girl.
Right. Wasn't one of the 12 on our original list.
So we're going to do 13 of those. And to help us with that today, speaking of, obviously I'm all over the place. So the video you've seen when we went live, that was done by Jared Haggerty from the Horror Shed podcast. And speaking of the Horror Shed podcast, today, helping us out with our ranking list is his partner, the South Jersey slasher himself, Brian Immenizer.
That's right.
And we are going to bring him on the live now and assume that we did this shit right. Hey, what's up, brother? Can you hear us?
What's going on? You guys are looking professional and shit.
Look at that, man. We got a logo. We got equipment. We got a van. We gonna put them equipments in.
I'm gonna take them down to East 72nd in St. Clair, but only our.
There you go.
Yeah, only the guys from Cleveland are gonna get that reference. It's a hidden track on a Mushroom Head CD. But yeah,
original prankster.
Yep. So how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. It's Friday. I'm glad it's the weekend's here. And I've been excited. Right. You know, I was compiling this list and I'm like, how do I rank it? So what I did
It's a good thing. There's no rules.
Right. So the way I ranked it was my favorite Fridays in order, but the only difference is my number one and number two are flip-flop for not the final girl.
Oh, okay, right on.
Yeah.
See, and I got some that were in the same movie together too. So you know, it's just anybody. Oh, I hear a dog. Is your dog doing a running?
Oh, I can hear that little monster. She's in the other room. Does anyone want a puppy?
I'll give
it to you for free.
South Jersey Jason just lagged. Proves it's his internet. That Pennsylvania internet. What's up, Jared? Right on.
Always got to say something, but yeah, kudos to Jared for making that really awesome.
Dude, is it badass or is it badass?
It's really good. He does a good job.
The guy should get paid for shit like that.
Don't say that because he's gonna start charging you.
I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, it was really cool, man. We love it. So So what should we do? Should we just get started in this, or
we got any news or notes?
We do have that giveaway that we're doing today. So somebody's gonna take this Ken Kirzinger fucking picture off my hands, whether they like it or not.
Where is it?
Let me grab it real quick.
You go get that.
So we can.
I'll hog the spotlight. No.
So we are giving away this. It's Beckett certified. They're selling on eBay for like $60. Win it and flip it. Fuck it. But yeah, we're giving away this. Anybody that wants to be in it, just mention it in the comments. I got some people. I see Jared. Jared's in the hopper. And speaking of the hopper, I got this. I ordered this like 9,000 months ago. Remember when they were doing these at Scream 6?
Yes.
Yeah, and then they were sold out, and then I never got it, and then I never got an email from them, and I just figured I wasted, $30 or whatever this is. But instead of popcorn, because you can't really fit shit for popcorn in this thing anyway, we got the entries in there. And I got some paper so I could add more as we go, and then somewhere, whenever we feel like the time is right, we'll reach in there and grab a winner. So that'll get some use today. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be cool for like a little kid, but the three of us guys, if anybody's seen any of the three of us, we're going to eat a lot more popcorn than
when I go to the movies, the large popcorn's gone before the opening credits even start.
Damn near for me. I mean, I kill it by myself, and I usually go with Ricky, and he eats the smallest handful ever. So that whole bucket's mine for the most part. All righty then. So Anything else, or should we just go into this? The way we're going to do this is we're going to do 13 to 1.
13,
And-
isn't there 12?
There is 12. We decided to, because there's not 12, there's hundreds. Because you could pick any girl from any of the movies.
Oh, I got you. Well, I just did it by movie. So.
Okay,
that's
well,
fine,
right
too.
on. And you understand we're talking about not the final girls, right?
Oh, I got that part right.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Because that would really fuck everything up. Like, Adrian King does not count.
No.
Oh no.
Or does she count? No, because we made the stipulation that because she wasn't a final girl in 2, but because she wasn't one,
right.
no good.
She
made our list, so she doesn't
She
count.
was on the list of 12 that we did. So
Right,
she's
and we just
eliminated.
did 13 because why not? Friday the 13th. That way we had an extra spot.
There you go.
But if you don't have a 13, we'll start with you at 12. That's fine.
All
Rob, St. John's, Michigan, Jason
Yeah,
in the house.
Michigan Jason.
Nice.
He was
there
at
you go.
the event in Blairstown. He won
was,
the
yes, he
raffle for the
was.
pitchfork, and
Yeah,
I had to
yeah.
hunt him down to get it. Remember?
One should be Ethel. Oh, yeah. Well, she's
One
not
might be
around.
Ethel.
Yeah.
You never
Yeah.
know. He
Yeah.
knows. Yeah. So since you don't have are you just going to come up with a 13 on the fly, or you don't want to?
All right. So since we're coming with
Do a
13,
wild card.
a wild card. All right,
Yeah.
give me. You guys go first, and I'll think.
And you'll be the third, and then for 12, like I'll start with 13.
Okay.
Ryan will start with 12. You'll start with 11. We'll do like a round robin thing. Now, if
Yeah.
somebody mentions one of the ones you already have, like say on my 13, you have them at number 7.
Yeah.
So you'll say, "Oh, I got them at 7," so we don't have to go back and circle back and discuss them again.
Gotcha.
And then
Okay.
at 7, we'll just skip. You know what I mean? Make sense?
Right.
You
Gotcha.
can always,
Okay.
when we get there, instead of we don't have to discuss them again.
Yeah, but you can
just
mention
mention
it
it
again.
again.
Yeah. All right. Let me see. I got my notes because I'm old and I forget shit.
Oh yeah, I got mine too.
Okay.
It's all on my notepad.
Work the
There you
bifocals
go.
and shit.
Just gotta
So-
hope iCloud doesn't crash.
So I'm gonna go first, and I threw a little curveball here. 13.
I don't want to look at. I don't want to see your sheet.
I didn't. So it'd be
I'm
so
not
hard not
looking
to
at
show
it.
you.
I'm not-
Notes. That looks more like a book report you got going. on.
Yeah. I mean, this is like the third generation of the notes because I write really sloppy and I'm jotting stuff down and putting things and arrows and eye lines.
That's
And,
true. I can't read
It's
his
insane.
fucking handwriting anyway.
but this is good. You can read that.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see. No spoilers.
All right. So for 13, like I said, I threw a little curveball in there. Tina and Terry.
Fair.
Because you couldn't, I mean, how you pick one, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So the twins from
Double mix
Part
one.
Four.
Chapter.
Part 4.
Final
yeah.
chapter. That was mine. Not much to say about them besides they were twins. They were the Doublemint twins in one of those commercials,
were.
weren't they?
They were. Yes.
Right.
They're actually going to be. They just got announced at Monster Mania.
Oh.
I think for their Maryland show, which is September. So actually, no, it's October. The Friday 13th weekend in October, and it's
Oh well, hopefully we're going to be in Blairstown for that.
Yeah.
So we
yeah,
will
we
be
can
there.
talk a little bit about that at the end of the show.
And we will definitely talk about that.
So them doing it, as far as I know, anyway, they don't do a lot of appearances.
No, it's very rare. The last time I saw them at a Monster Mania, probably about 10 years ago, maybe.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So they're very rare in the con world. So I'm not sure if you guys were part of the Horror Con Lounge on Facebook.
I am. I think you added me there.
Oh, okay, yeah. So there's guys that who I would trust that would get
Yeah,
autograph
there's a
for
guy
you.
that was at the Crystal Lake reunion thing, and he's got a page on there. He was there getting signatures. He does consignments and stuff.
Mhm, Yep.
So yeah, I'm hoping he goes to that one that has like the 6 final girls, so I can get him if we don't go ourselves, so I can get 6 of the final girls on one thing,
Yeah.
including
For sure.
of course our bottom final girl, Jensen Deckett. She's gonna be there.
Oh yeah, and that's very. I mean, I've never seen her at a convention.
Right. I want to get her to sign something. The whole damn enchilada podcast, bottom final girl or something, but I don't know if she'd do it. But it'd be funny.
If you give her money, she'll do
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're on to Ryan. Ryan, who's your 13?
My number 13, and this one was tough. Once I got to 12, I was pretty solid on it, but there were so many for like 13. I'm like, man, who do I need to put on this list? And I'm not even going to get into honorable mentions. There's just so many.
Yeah.
But I finally just
I had trouble coming up with 13, to be honest.
I had like 25.
Yeah.
To whittle it down. But it was tough, and this was the last thing right before you came and met up with me today.
Oh, okay.
I whittled it down, and my number 13 is JJ, played by Saffron Henderson from Jason Takes Manhattan.
And she was this close to being my number 13.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I had her otherwise.
She's basically one scene and then a kill scene character, very quick, not much to it.
But she's pretty fucking cool.
But I thought she was cool. She's something different, man. A rocker chick. You know,
the guitar taking her head off, right? Not taking her head off. But.
And I know this now because I researched this stuff, but she's actually a very prominent voiceover actress as well.
Right on. Yeah, you'll find a lot of these guys do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. She was actually, because like I said, I did this by the order of my favorite movie. So she would have been my number 9.
Right.
So she made your list then?
Well, she would have. It was toss up between her and my number 9. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So he picked one from each movie.
Okay.
That's how I did it. Yeah. I mean, if I sat there and thought about it, I would still be thinking about it. So, I'm just going to throw her in there because she was everyone's favorite mom, Mrs. Jarvis for number 13.
I like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I felt bad, she was such a cool mom, and she let Tommy just do whatever he wanted to do, basically, and
except
she let a stranger come in and have dinner. Yeah,
different times.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right on.
Very mom-like character though too, with closing the shades when Tommy's pretending to sleep.
I think we've all had that moment,
Yeah.
Right on.
Jumping on the bed and the mom comes in and you go back down.
Right on. So Ryan, you would be next with your number 12, and then you, and then me.
Oh,
12.
Okay, 12 for me. I have to look again.
I'm sure this is gonna get screwed up like a bunch of times trying to keep this in order, but it doesn't matter.
Number 12 for me is actually Lizbeth, played by Nancy McLaughlin from Jason Lives.
Right on.
That was my number 5. So.
Yeah, there's number 5. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I really liked her character. The humor was nice, even though she's only in the one scene, but it's very important. And even though she dies very quickly in that movie, her and Darren, her boy, they're very important to that movie because it becomes the worry of where they are and everything.
Yeah.
And I liked her kill too with the.
Yeah, and then of course, he brings out that little pea shooter, and she's like, "Who are you, Dirty Harry?"
Yeah.
She was. Wasn't she Tom McLaughlin's wife, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I know some things sometimes.
Some things sometimes.
Yeah.
And then that guy,
of course, the American Express.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. She got consideration from me, but she didn't make the final cut.
Yeah, I really liked her character. I really did, and when I was watching that with my girlfriend recently, she's just like, "Isn't that the guy from Ghost?" Like, yes. So, but anyway, moving on.
Right on. So, Brian, you're number 12.
Okay, so my least favorite Jason movie is Jason X. It's a steaming pile of horse shit. So there's no final.
Two big Jason X fans here, man.
There is not the final girl or final girl in that film for me. The movie's just horse crap.
So you just got nothing?
Nothing.
I did have one from that movie, but we'll get to it. She is not due yet. So my number, I would be next then, right? My 12? See, I'm telling you, we're going to need help to keep this shit in order. My list. Where is my list? It is 12. I got Tracy Savage, Debbie from part 3.
That's my number 3.
That's your number 3. Okay, yeah. And one of the reasons I picked her was the interview you did with her on the other podcast.
And that was a very nerve-wracking interviewing a journalist.
Oh, dude, you killed it, and she killed it. That was really good. I listened to that episode many times and recommended it to many, many people.
Thank you. Talking to her and CJ Graham were the two most nerve-wracking interviews I've done.
I can imagine, especially CJ.
And CJ's so down to earth. That's the funny part too, Mm-hmm. But like even when I was having breakfast with him, I was like giddy like a little schoolgirl because he's literally like a foot away from me, and such a good-looking guy.
Dude, he's ripped.
Hey, that's a separate list altogether, Brian.
We will do that.
I hope when I'm his age, I'm that healthy.
We're not that healthy now, bro.
I know.
I always say, like, I hope I look that good when I'm his age, and I think about it like, I don't know. That's going to change in 20 years.
I don't know if we'll be that age. Come on.
And in 13 Fanboy, man, he was just like ripped.
Oh yeah, and he was fighting Vince DeSanti with a really bad bruise. He there's a scene where I think he picked up E.T.'s mom, Dee Wallace.
Yeah.
And I think he like tore part of his stomach muscle. So he had a gnarly bruise. So it was, I give him credit for that. Like he showed a friend of mine, because my friend was like this lighting on that film.
Right on.
He said it was just like when Cody Rhodes tore his pec, it was like that color.
Nasty.
Yeah.
So we got to count. Eric says, would Jason's mom count as a not the final girl, even though she was a killer in one? I guess. I mean, if you wanted to put her on the list, she doesn't break any of the rules.
Yeah, for
not
sure.
on ours.
It could be
mine,
anyone.
anyway.
It could be anyone. It could be even the mean old nasty Clark in part 3 that says we don't take no food stamps.
That is a good one for sure. So
Brian's 11.
Brian's 11. Okay.
All right. So Freddy versus Jason is my 11th on list. I'm gonna go with Catherine Isabel's Gibb.
Mm-hmm.
I love her.
Mm-hmm.
She is on my
She's
list.
on my list.
She's on my list as number 9.
She should have made it like it should have been Kelly Rowland getting killed first, because I can't stand her character.
Mm-hmm.
And Gibb should have been made it to the end, in my opinion, like towards the end part right there.
Yeah, she was great, and Robert Englund recommended her for the role, right? Because he liked her in
Ginger Snaps.
Ginger Snaps. So
and I was very disappointed to find out
right.
at an early, not too soon after that the shower scene was a body double.
I know you ruined that for me on one of your recent podcasts with Jared.
And then
I was like, oh man, but then after I heard about the whole deals behind it, I and then Ronnie, you killing her the way you did it, because we did that too. Freddy versus Jason.
Ronnie, you should get a Dick of the Week.
He should. He will probably eventually. This week, we're thinking about the sub guy.
You know, and I was going to say that. Can we do a special Dick of the Week to the CEO of the sub?
Yeah. If anything, it'll probably be him if I can get that taken care of.
I ruined the Catherine Isabel thing for him too.
Yeah,
I know. I listened to that.
Oh,
So Eric wants to know what's exactly the rules for not a final girl. Basically, anyone you like that didn't survive.
Any female character, period, that wasn't on our list of 12 from the Final Girl podcast.
Right. And they have to be a woman, and they have to have not survived and not been on that list.
Yeah.
That disqualifies Adrienne King, because she was in part 2, but since she was on the list for part 1, ranked 6. But whatever.
Catherine Isabel, aka Gibb, was also number 9 on my list.
Right on.
She's number 9 for both of us. I thought that was funny, which that's why I was showing him my phone. I squeezed it so you could only see number 9.
Okay, so
but I had her at 9 as well.
So it's my 11. And I got Lisa Ryder, KM14 from the movie that you hate.
Interesting.
Jason X.
Ugh.
Oh, and then I wrote a little note because of my whole protagonist-antagonist thing that I fuck up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
She was a deuteragonist. That's what it said. Exactly. That's what I said too. So I had to look it up. Secondary protagonist is called a deuteragonist. And she was one of those. So that goes back to our tertiary antagonist thing that fucked me up on what was it? The part 7 review.
Part 7, yeah.
But yeah, so I got KM.
I don't have her.
You don't have her, and we know he doesn't, because he doesn't have anybody for that movie because he hates it.
You know, and as much as I hate that movie, I still have it in my collection. And when I have a marathon, I will put myself through that torture and watch it. The only part I do like of the movie is before the whole going further into the future, like when he's like,
that was cool.
I love the look. I love that look of him.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it because you got to see Kane a lot more, and you got to see his personality and stuff that through his face.
I like the whole regeneration thing. That's why they're studying him,
right?
Because they're.
And it's also why his eyes are. You can see them at that point, and there's a reason for it.
And I mean, we get David Cronenberg too.
Yeah, that's good. I liked it.
That's really cool.
I liked it. I mean, it's like a crappy B movie, but that's why I liked it.
They just put it together to keep the rights. That's the only, and that's why it sucks so bad. Yeah. I mean, if you look at the Roger Corman Fantastic Four from like 1992,
well, that's pretty bad too. But it's still not as bad. It's still not as bad as the other Fantastic Four that came out recently.
No.
Where they had the brown-eyed thing. Oh man, I mean, Yeah, I didn't care about the woke cast and a Michael B. Jordan. That didn't bother me. But
No,
when
it
you
didn't
make the
bother me at
ever-loving blue-eyed thing have brown eyes, that's when I'm done.
Yeah.
So now we're on to Ryan's number 11.
My number 11. That's going to be Maddie.
Well, Matt,
Played by
I didn't
Diana-
have
Diana
Maddie is
Barrows
good.
from The New Blood.
She is my number. Hold on. Where are you at? Number 7.
Number 7. Yeah, she's good. I mean,
What? And I've mentioned it on a few pods, but what a scream on that girl.
mhm.
For sure. She has that face like she's been in a lot, but I don't really think she was in a lot.
No.
But this looks like the girl next door, and that's what some of these girls who made my list were like the girl next door. I dig it.
I won't, like I said in that pod, maybe it was that podcast or another one, but I've always been more of a Marianne guy than a Ginger guy. And,
Oh yeah,
you
for
know
sure.
what I mean?
For
And
sure.
that's why I said it, and he agreed. She looked better before that makeover thing.
Definitely.
Sure.
She did. But I think she was wearing the same dress as Robin in part 5 too. They kind of looked a little similar.
Oh wow, I have to go back and check
Yeah,
that
go
out.
back and look at it. But I met her last summer at a con up here and PA Horror Con. Stacy Lee's her agent.
Nice,
And,
Stacey Lee's awesome.
She fell in love with my part 7, so she was just taking so many pictures with me.
Yeah.
And she's tiny. I'm 5'8", so she's shorter than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's real. I bet she's like kind of girl like would be like a Laura Marie Taylor, fun to hang out with.
Speaking of that, remember how we took that picture and you had to stand on the step?
Yeah.
David Howard Thornton did that to me.
Did he? Wait a minute. Is he shorter than you?
I don't know, but he stood on a step and he's like way taller than me in the picture.
Because he's tall as it is. Because
He's tall, but I don't think he's that tall.
He's like 5'10", I think.
Yeah, that's what I am. I'm 5'10", 5'11", actually.
So
I'm
I guess
5'11", so
he
maybe I
wanted to
am
keep
taller
up the
than him.
appearance, just be a little taller.
But in my picture, he's like 4 inches taller than me, and I'm like, you didn't look this tall standing down. And then I noticed, if you notice that set that they had in the picture where they had the pizza shop, it goes up a step, and he was on that step, and it reminded me of that.
Now, was that okay? So was Danhausen the pale girl?
Danhausen wasn't there. His Dadhausen was there.
Right. So
he was Art.
Who was the pale girl? Was that a guy
I don't know, but she did a good job. The actual pale girl was there.
I couldn't tell if it was a guy or a girl.
No, it's a girl.
Okay.
And I think it might be Danhausen's sister because I seen post on Brian Danhausen, that's Danhausen's dad, on his Facebook where he was doing stuff with his daughter that was about the same age. So I'm assuming it's Danhausen's sister.
Gotcha.
But that dude's pretty cool. So where we at? We all lost track.
We're doing number 10 now.
Yeah, that was my 11.
So I'm on number 10.
Yeah.
I got Gloria Charles, Fox, also from part 3.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
And she was a secondary antagonist, not a deuteragonist. Or isn't that the same thing? Oh, no, because she was an antagonist, not a protagonist. So I don't know what that would be for her. No, but she was great. She was great in that role. Like, is this your rubber?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, yeah, I really, really liked her. Nobody else had her?
Nope, I didn't have her.
All right.
And I bet no one has my number 10.
We'll go with you then, 10.
Rusty Schwimmer, Joey B.
I do? I do have her. You're goddamn right. Doubt Ryan does.
The chemistry with her and Leslie Jordan was
Wasn't that the
fantastic.
best?
I love it. Rest in peace, Leslie Jordan. When she gives her son the gun, she's like, "Don't watch your willy" or something like that. But she was great. The 2-for-1 special, and when she's like protecting the baby and every word out of her mouth is a cuss word and whatnot.
And you know that role was she was supposed to be a man and he was supposed to be a woman.
Right.
The characters, and he flipped them when he met Rusty because it's like, oh, this is great. And then that's when he cast the name you just said, the name Leslie Jordan. Yeah.
Recently passed away.
Yeah. I mean,
and it just worked. So
they were great together, and anything he's in, especially Will and Grace. If you ever watch Will and Grace with him in it, it was great.
Yeah, so, he's awesome.
Rusty Schwimmer did not make my list, but she came close.
She
was in consideration.
I got her as number 6.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's up there.
I like her a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you just did 10?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That means Ryan did 10 because he's doing 10 because he didn't do 10.
My 10 is Annie, Robbie Morgan from the original Friday.
Robbie Morgan made my list.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie Morgan
Yeah.
made my list at number 3.
Wow. Yeah, she's very likable, and she's important. She's the first person killed in present day in the series,
Yeah.
and
She just sets up the whole franchise.
Yes.
You're not just that's why she was just so important to it.
That
And
walks
Yeah.
the fact that she was super, super cute didn't
Yeah,
hurt
that's
either.
true, too.
I mean,
Yeah.
she still is,
and
man.
she got a lot of
adorable.
she got a lot of screen time too.
Yeah. Yeah.
For not the final girl.
Yeah, it set you up. It was like the whole like Psycho, where you thought Janet Leigh
Right.
was going to, be the final girl. It's sort of like what they did with Robbie Morgan.
Right, and that's why I got her at number 3. I think she was just super important to the story and to the whole franchise. And meeting her at that Crystal Lake event was pretty cool too.
Yeah, I'm pissed that I didn't get to meet her. God damn you wanting to go on a Hawaiian vacation. How dare you?
No doubt, right? She is super small too, man. Like
She is,
the picture, she was like up to
yeah, she's tiny.
Ricky was almost as tall as her. All right, so you just did 10.
10.
So you would start now with 9,
Oh,
right? Because we all did 10.
and 9. My 9 was Gibb. Remember, Catherine?
Oh, yeah.
And
So-
so was yours.
Right on, and so was mine. So you're
Back to
number 9.
Brian.
My
As
number
long as they're
9 is Kelly Hugh from Jason Takes Manhattan. She
Oh,
was
I didn't even think about her.
Montana
She is
dude.
awesome.
beautiful. I always have a thing for Asian girls. I don't know what it is. It just-
Have you seen her recently?
well, I saw her in The Scorpion King. And that's
Yeah,
That wasn't very recently.
I seen her more recent than that, and she still is super hot.
Oh,
What's
well,
up, Kevin?
you know who
giveaway
still
for
looks
that Ken Kersinger doll we're gonna be or doll 8x10 that we're gonna be doing later.
like
Kevin.
Ming-Na Wen, who she was in Agents of Shield.
Mm-hmm.
I first saw her back in the early 90s when she was on ER. She's like in her late 50s, but she still looks like she did when she was on ER.
Is that
Beautiful.
Boba Fett chick?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
She's pretty hot too. Those
Yeah.
Asian girls, man, they don't age.
No.
Like we do.
She's fantastic looking, but her character was useless to me in that movie.
Oh, well, yeah. That whole show was
I'll
useless.
kill you. Yeah.
Kelly, I'm talking about Kelly Yu.
Oh, Kelly Hugh. Oh, yeah.
No, yeah.
I mean, I wish
Yeah, she was in Boba Fett. I said Mandalorian.
Kelly Hugh was in The Scorpion King.
Yeah, Kelly.
Ming-Na Wen was in Boba Fett.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Jared just commented.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So you did number 9.
Mhm.
So I'll do number 8. I can't read my own handwriting here, but it's the fake final girl from 2009. What was her name?
Danielle Pennebecker is Jenna.
You know why I can't read it? Because I didn't spell it right. I
That
left
was
out all
my-
kinds of
she's-
letters. I
she was
got
my number 8
DALLE.
She was my number 8 as well.
Number 8 as well, Pennebaker. Yeah, and because 1, she was super hot, super hot. 2, she was better than the final girl
Yes.
that they actually had.
Yeah.
I mean, she did everything the final girl was supposed to.
I think
do.
when she got killed, I let out like a yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
you didn't expect that at all. So yeah, I got her. I got her at number 8.
Well,
Did she make your list?
she did, and you have her way too low, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
She
Because she was pretty much a final girl.
yeah,
So it's probably
she for me, and just like Brian said, it was
I'll be
like
back.
I remember the first time I watched that movie and then she dies. I'm like,
Yeah, I think out of all the Friday movies, that's the only time it actually made whoa.
I have her, and this was so hard. I almost put her higher, but I didn't. She did make my top 5, though. She's number 5 for me.
Okay.
And wow, she probably got just about the most screen time of anyone that wasn't a final girl.
Oh, without
Yeah.
a doubt.
In the
She,
whole
she got way more than the actual final girl.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, we had Whitney
I
Miller.
think Jared
way above.
Padalecki is more of a final girl in that movie than she
What's
was.
your hate
Sure.
with Jared Padalecki?
What's that?
I thought he was. I liked him. I liked the character of Clay.
Oh no, I did. I
Oh,
did.
yeah,
like it.
okay.
No, I said he was more of a final girl in that
Girl.
movie than the
Oh,
actual
okay,
final
gotcha,
girl because
gotcha.
you know he. Oh
Then
no,
his
he's great.
sister.
I have a friend that goes to all of those. What's it? The
Supernatural cons.
Supernatural cons,
Yeah.
and she was working because she works them, and I was like trying to get her to get me his autograph, but he charges like $150. Like, wow, dude, that's crazy. I was like, nah, he ain't that cool.
Jared said weak ass Padalecki.
I mean, I wanted to add him to the wall, but I mean, for
he put up a
50,
good fight
maybe.
against Jason. Come on now.
Yeah. All right. So what was that? What was that? I'm all lost. I
That
did
was number
8.
8.
That was
Yeah.
your 8.
Do you have an? Did you have an 8?
I do have an 8.
Okay. Who's your 8?
My number 8 is Sarah, played by Barbara Howard from the final chapter.
Oh, she's my number 4.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm glad because
You know the one
she's-
that was going to get it on and got the axe through the door?
yeah.
I don't know. I'm blanking.
Well,
I don't know.
she-
come on.
I'm serious. I don't know.
Get
You're
out.
fired.
Right on.
She's the one that hooked up with Matthew Starr.
From Logan's Run?
Yeah.
I don't know who Matthew Starr is.
Oh, come on.
Who's he
Okay.
in the movie?
I think I'm going to go to bed. And he was
The pretty
like,
guy.
he was like,
Pretty guy, I remember that. Oh, okay. No, I don't like her at all. Like she was
What?
the cat jump scare. Was it? Is that who it is?
she was the one who was reading the book on the dock when everyone was going skinny dipping.
Mhm.
Right.
Sam-
No, yeah, I know her.
The thing with her is this, and I like her character so much because she actually had an arc and it completed.
Yeah.
She is the female Crispin Glover in that movie. They were the two of the side characters that had actual character arcs
Yeah.
and
'cause,
actually
I mean,
developed.
right. I mean, I don't think they fully got it on in the shower, but it was leading up to it. And
Well, they did. She put her like the whole deal.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they did. Her whole arc. Yeah, her arc was complete.
Right on.
All right.
So what was that? That was your 8.
That was my number 8.
And do you have an 8 that we haven't talked about yet?
The 8 was Jenna. So, and then my 7, we already said Diana Barrows.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's-
So my 7, Debbie Sue Voorhees.
Ah.
Tina had one of the coolest kills in the movie.
Yeah.
She had the best assets in the movie.
I don't know
No
what
doubt
you're-
about it.
Sir, I don't know what you're referring
Oh, you know
to.
exactly what I'm referring to,
I
goddamn.
remember like the first time I saw that was just on regular TV, and of course it was all edited. And then when I rented it, I'm like, oh,
It's so great that you don't even notice how close her eyes are together.
yeah.
You see when you're looking at her eyes. Is that awful? Is it awful? He's holding his hand. No, I love her. Yeah, I was so mad when she had to cancel your thing.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it
I was looking
sucked.
forward to me.
Yeah, but someday
She did not make my list.
she didn't make the list.
No.
Wow, 13, and there's 13 because you like 13 better. That's what he said to me about Adrian King. I said, "How are you ever at number 6?" He says, "I like 5 better."
Okay.
Yeah, I'm that guy. Everybody teases because Adrian King didn't make my top 5 final girls.
That was cool. You seen that little reel she did for me, right?
Yes.
Before Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great.
Guilty. That's why. Yeah, he's like, how? I'm like, because I like 5 better.
So you're number 7.
My number 7 is same movie, different character. It's Violet, Tiffany Helm from the
Violet
beginning.
almost made my list. I don't
I had-
think she did.
She's my number 6.
That's what you had for that
Yeah.
movie? Okay.
I out of all the girls in 5, for some reason, Violet, I was always attracted to her. I
Yeah,
don't know
I
if
mean,
it was the
same.
punk rocker.
She's just cool.
Dancing, you
Yeah.
know.
I mean, 5 had some hot chicks, man.
You know who looks really? I saw a more recent picture was what was her name? I think it was Demon's girlfriend Teresa. I think it was her name, Teresa, or whatever her name was. I saw a recent pic of her on IMDb, and I'm like,
Mhm.
she aged pretty well too.
Nice.
She's out there looking like Janet Jackson.
Right on.
Oh yeah, that girl. Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Anita was her name.
Mhm.
Anita.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and that's also
Oh, you said Demon's girlfriend.
yeah. from
Demon.
the
Oh,
beginning.
okay. I thought you
Yeah.
said something else. I thought you.
Um,
yeah. I
speaking
know
of
what you're
which,
talking about.
Violet.
Well, the whole damn
and-
enchilada. We know that.
Violet and Reggie DeReckless will be at the con I'm going to in August.
Right on. And I'm going to send you some bucks so you can get Reggie for me.
you go.
For sure. I should have left that album with you. Just had you ship it back to me. That would have been sweet.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it.
Anything to say about Violet on your end?
Oh no, like she was really cool.
Yeah.
And her mom was in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Two Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Brooke Thies, right? I think her name is. She played Tina's
She
mom.
played Kristen's
Or not,
mom.
Kristen's mom, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jared's gonna yell at me because I got the name wrong. I'm, because
Oh, you figure he'd tell us the name while we were stumbling on it. Because God knows he knows he's the
Probably
Freddy
type-
expert.
He's typing it as we
We're gonna see if we can get him on to do a Nightmare ranking because
Yeah.
we don't want to
That'd
do a
be
Friday
good.
ranking until we review all of the movies. But since He says you suck. We're gonna get him on to do a ranking of the Nightmare movies because again, like we don't need to do all of them before we do that. That should be fun. And since he's an expert on that. All right, so where we at? Where we at? He did 7. I did 7. You did 7.
Did we all do 7? I did 7.
I did 7.
We did 7. I already did my 6 because it was Tiffany Helm.
Mm-hmm. So you're 6, right?
My 6 was Rusty Schwimmer.
Okay. So
my 6 is back to the same movie. It's Ethel Hubbard.
Oh, she made your list.
Carol Locatel from A New Beginning is my number 6.
See that, Eric? She made the list. So she didn't make yours because you only picked one character from each movie.
Right, yeah.
Violet made it there.
And I have a sinking suspicion that she is a bit higher on Mr. Rick's list.
She is higher, but not all the way higher. She's number 2.
Number 2.
She is number 2.
Okay.
I think we got the same number 1.
I think you and I might.
I think everybody does. But that's beside the point. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, Carol Locatel, the great late Carol Locatel, Ethel Hubbard.
I had to have her in there, and
she's fucking amazing. One of the best characters in any of these movies.
Oh yeah,
wanted her to crack the top 5, but there's one that's probably going to be a big surprise that made the top 5 for me. So I just couldn't do it.
So that was your 5?
She's my 6.
She's your 6. So your number 5.
Well, my number 5 was Nancy McLaughlin.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And then that's who you had earlier.
I had her.
Okay.
Down.
So my number 5, Janine Taylor, Marcy.
From 1. Yeah.
And just because she was just super, super cute. The whole thing, Kevin Bacon, that was cool. The scene in the mirror, when she's doing the what's the actress's name? The classic actress, Mrs. Winter really liked her.
Oh God, give me it's right on the tip of my tongue. I can't get it out.
Hepburn.
Yeah.
Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn.
Audrey Hepburn.
Audrey Hepburn or the other Hepburn?
That was Audrey. It wasn't Kate. No, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was Catherine. Audrey was in Breakfast at Tiffany's, and Catherine was the more.
Yeah, Catherine was a crazy one that dated Howard Hughes.
Yeah.
She was a little off.
Yeah.
But okay, but Janine Taylor, that was my number 5.
She didn't make my list, but I liked her character for sure. I like just about everybody in the original.
Oh
yeah. I mean,
1 and 2 to me, I think, have the most relatable cast
for sure. Yeah. And meeting a lot of these guys in person too.
Yeah,
you see that 4,
and 4, yeah.
But you see that, like you said recently, like how these are real people, and when you meet them and hang out with them, you feel like they don't feel like super celebrity-ish. They feel like real people.
Not at all.
And yeah, they're all great. And like when I ran into Lauren Marie Taylor and Bill Randolph at that thing, like if they didn't remember me, they acted like they did from your thing in Blairstown.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. That they
Lauren, I think, would definitely remember you. Bill, he likes to drink a little bit, so.
But they're great, and they're all great, and I think part 1, even though it sometimes is my favorite, but not always my favorite, but I think it's the best film. Like if I'm a film critic in it, I think that's the best story. It's the most classic, but whatever.
I mean, it's my favorite. But to me, it's my favorite because I'm a Jersey boy.
Right.
But I have to say the best would be part 2 because that's what really set it to me. No, what's yours? Final chapter, part 5?
Final chapter.
Final chapter? No.
Jason. Oh, Lives? Yeah, that's right.
Really? But it's so campy.
He's a big Jason Lives guy.
Jason 6.
That's my favorite zombie Jason.
Revenant Jason, not zombie.
Yeah.
He doesn't eat brains.
No,
I just love the way it was just made, just the overall feel of it, the atmosphere of it.
No, that one was great.
It just
Tom McLaughlin. You guys had him on back in the day too, right?
We did, yeah. That was a really good interview.
Have you ever horror, black comedy, slasher, just everything.
Have you ever seen what's The Prophecy? Not the one with Christopher Walken. The one,
definitely
the one where Armand Asante plays a Native American.
No.
See, Darren knew Ryan's favorite.
Tom McLaughlin played, basically it's about like a mutated bear. And Tom McLaughlin played the close-up scenes of the bear.
Oh, nice.
Really cool. It was a good movie, cool concept, but the execution with the bear just wasn't that great. If they really could, with the success of Cocaine Bear, they could really make an updated version of it, but like a scary one. Dave actually wrote a treatment, Dave
Nice.
Brown, of it's actually that type of bear with the mutation is actually a Native American like boogie monster or whatever.
Oh, right on.
So he wrote a summary set back in the colonial days. But obviously, to make that movie would cost a lot of money because
anything
of the
period. Yeah.
But it's on Tubi. Check it out if you have like a Saturday or Sunday night to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
the
Tubi
biggest thing
too.
that cracked me up was Amant Arsanti playing a Native American.
So what was that? Our 5? was that?
Let's see. I did my 5. You did 5.
My 5 was Nancy McLaughlin, and then
Yours?
we already said my
Did you do a
4.
5?
No. Well, it's been already mentioned. My 5 was Jenna from the remake.
Okay,
Danielle
and your
Panabaker.
4.
My 4 was Sarah from Part 4.
Okay, and my 4. Susan Jennifer Sullivan, Melissa, the best bad guy.
Oh yeah, okay.
The tertiary antagonist. I got that in my notes. She's the best, like hated, like antagonist. Like not that wasn't Jason. It
You
all.
were happy when she died.
Oh yeah, it was great, and she was so good at being bad.
That scene straight when she opened the door, she takes like he hits her in the head and then just tosses her across the room.
Oh yeah, that was great because she's like totally not buying whatever they're taught. So like, get the fuck out of here. I'm going home.
Yep.
Just goes walk out running. That was good.
Where are
stuff.
you going? Going to bed. You want to come? Fuck you and fuck you both. And oh shit. Yeah, obviously people know I'm a big fan of her with my sign off every week.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She is higher on my list than yours,
Oh, okay.
but she is not number 1.
All right.
She's number 2.
She's number 2.
My number 2.
So then, your 4 we did. My 4. Who's your 4?
My 4, and this one is not going to be on anyone's list. And I was actually surprised she got that high up. And I'm probably
Well,
going to
yeah,
take
you
a
know
minute.
she's not on my list because you know the rest of mine.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen it, but I have a good
You know it
idea.
because
I have a good idea. My 4 is actually Paula, Carrie Noonan from Jason Lives.
Nice.
And I have a reason for that.
Okay.
And I'd never really looked at it this way before.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we've all seen that movie many times. It's
Yeah.
my favorite. It's most people like it. I don't know anyone that hates it.
Yeah.
That is into the franchise. So that kill of her, we don't see it. It happens off screen. Is very brutal because we see the aftermath of that with all that blood. And someone that I recently watched this with put it to me like this. They're like, that was a crime of passion. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's a zombie. You know, at this point, what do you mean by that?
He's
like-
a revenant, not a
They're
zombie.
like, okay. You know, anyway. They're like, well, take a look, you know, at the film up to that point. She's the one who's like good with the children
Mhm.
and is like taking care of the kids and doing this. And Jason sees that and then sees his mother like in that, like his mom to him. And
Oh,
it just pisses him off because it's like a motherly figure
Somebody-
type thing.
Yeah.
And she did a very good job with the kids. And it's tough to act with kids on screen.
Mm.
I thought she was very good. And I don't really see anyone ever mention her.
No.
I didn't have any expectation that she would be this high on my list at all. I didn't even know if she would make it, but the more and more I thought about that point of view,
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes
Puts in a
sense.
whole new perspective now.
Yeah.
right.
We got Jared saying, "Don't say zombie," and then Laura Cunningham said, "Hello."
Oh, what's up, Laura? Right on. So that was your number 4 or 3?
Paula is my number 4. Carrie Noonan from Final Check.
Number 3, Brian.
That was already said. Tracy Savage.
Okay. Number 2.
No, I haven't done my 3.
Okay, number 3, and I did mine was Robbie Morgan.
Yeah. My number 3, and it was hard to put her this low, was Vicky. Lauren
Oh,
Marie Taylor.
I thought for sure
Two.
she'd be his first, the number
Not my
one.
number one.
I'm shocked.
Lauren Marie
Wow.
Taylor is my.
I thought it was just a formality that the Not the Final Girl list would have the Not the Final Girl.
She's my
podcast
number
is
one. She's my number one all the way.
Me
Yeah.
too, man.
Fair.
Without a doubt.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry for the not clean sweep then.
Well,
I thought about sending her a link for the podcast just to see if she's seen it and like, hey, we're doing this, and if you just to fuck with him, and she would like, if she happened to notice, I think she's the type of person that might jump on for 5 seconds.
oh, she jumped on my live like before I had her on when I interviewed her.
Mhm.
I was on live and she started commenting. I hit invite and we did like a pseudo interview
Nice.
for like 20
Yeah, like she
minutes.
totally seems like that type. I think she would
Yeah.
have.
Oh
but-
yeah.
Great character, terrific character. Just because I have her at 3 doesn't mean I think that's still very high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too.
And especially since in his case, it's not out of 12 girls, it's out of
everyone.
everyone.
Right.
Right.
So great character, absolutely adorable. She's the guy going to give the handicapped guy a shot. What's
Mhm.
not to like about her? A
Yeah.
little more of a girl next door type than a model type too. Like Brian
And
was
still
saying.
hot, dude.
Oh,
Still
still.
beautiful.
Yeah. I don't know if I ever told you this, Brian, and I may have said this on the podcast, but Rick knows. That second night at Blairstown at the convention, I actually asked a lot of questions as it seemed like a lot of people were like a little too nervous to ask questions.
Yeah.
So I kept rapid firing them.
Mhm.
There was one I chickened out on. Even though I had a couple of cocktails in me, I was,
What question was that?
it was one for Lauren Marie Taylor. Do you remember what that was?
No, I don't
Rick?
remember. Refresh
I've
my
told
memory.
you this
Yeah, I
before.
know you did.
I was going to be like, so Lauren, why
Oh, I know.
did you get married so young when I was only 5 years old? So I never had a shot.
She, it's funny. She told a great story about meeting Jack Nicholson at a party. She was with her. I don't think she was married to her husband yet, or they were just married.
Mhm.
And Jack Nicholson was across the room, and that was like her crush. And she told her husband, he's like, "Well, I dare you to go say hi to him."
And she did.
She went up to him. Of course, he's wearing the sunglasses, and she was like, "Hey, Mr. Nicholson, I just wanted to, I saw you across the room and I just wanted to say hi. I idolized you." And he was like, "Well, I'm glad you said hello." And there's a little Jack Nicholson. But I mean, she had her first movie with John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd. Like, how
Right.
cool is that?
That was on Neighbors, right?
Neighbors,
Is that-
yes.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because her character is the total opposite of Vicky. And she's got edible panties in this movie. And that was Dan Aykroyd's idea. He picked them out, picked the flavor. Like she said that they took her clothes shopping in Greenwich Village. So everything she wore, they picked
Fancy.
out. Like that's like a cool way to start your career. Like two
No doubt.
comedic legends.
Spoiler alert, those edible panties were not brown in that.
No, they were strawberry.
Yeah,
All right, so
that was my 3.
that was your 3. Did you do your 3?
My 3 was Tracy Savage.
Okay, and then I did my 3, Robbie Morgan, your 2.
My 2 is Lori Bartram from Friday the
Very good.
13th.
Yeah.
Brenda.
Right, yeah.
She, again, she's that girl next door, but she's got a little wild side because she wanted to play strip Monopoly.
Strip.
But she was just so, to me, just beautiful. And it's unfortunately we lost her at such a young age.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
just-
she wanted to play strip Monopoly, was telling somebody to go grab the weed and everything. Like, hey, you need that grass here? She's ready to party.
yeah. So, and obviously making this movie was against her religion, which is
Oh, yeah.
another cool thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. So me and you, we already said our number 1 was Vicky. So
Mhm.
that leaves you, Ryan.
Did you do your number 2 yet?
Yeah, that was Ethel.
Oh, 2 is Ethel.
Yeah, I had Ethel too.
Well, my 2 was Susan Jennifer Sullivan.
All right.
Who did she play?
Susan Jennifer Sullivan was Melissa,
from New
part
Blood.
7.
Okay.
No,
Yes, right.
no,
Okay.
That's my
Yep.
number 2.
Okay. And then who was your number 1?
And
We
yours
already said our
one
number
was
1.
Lauren Marie, and yours was
Yeah.
Lauren Marie. So that's all that's left is my number 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pamela fucking Voorhees. Who else?
Ah, this guy. Eric said, is she eligible? He kept it all quiet. He didn't even tip his hand.
How could it
I mean,
not?
that is I didn't even think of that because she's the damn killer.
Right.
She's not a final girl.
Yeah, she's not.
She's a female character.
She
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah, Betsy Palmer, motherfucker.
Speaking of
What
that,
kind of car
did
did
you
she
see
buy for? With
did you
money
see
she
the
got?
new
I
Gutter
don't know
Garbs?
that.
What's that?
Did you see the new Gutter Garbs T-shirt for Friday?
Oh, that's pretty
13th?
sweet. I
Yeah, I just ordered it.
like the T-shirt, but I love the poster, so I'm gonna order the poster for my
Okay. Yeah, I must
But,
have like.
because I don't like the T-shirts that have like characters on them like that. You know, like I like with like logos and stuff.
Gotcha.
But it is a badass picture, and
yeah.
they're
yeah.
selling. Actually, it was only for 4 days. I think I might have missed out.
Yeah. Well, no. It goes on till Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, good.
Yeah.
'Cause
Sunday at like.
they also
6
sell it
or
as
something
a
else.
pretty decent sized poster. I forget the dimensions, but it's like the ones I got on my wall now. Like the Victim No More one. It's the same size as that.
Oh, the 11 by 17s.
That's one.
Yeah,
11 by
Yeah,
17.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, I ordered it. I'm a sucker for Gutter Garbs.
Oh
I
yeah.
have 20 Gutter Garb shirts.
So are they pretty good quality shirts?
Oh, they're great quality. Yeah, I love them. I get a
And I got
size.
Fright
bigger.
Rags. I ordered from them a couple times. They have like real nice shirts.
Yeah, they're on par with Fright Rags.
Good.
Yeah.
Fright rags are a little pricey though, aren't they?
Yeah, 30 bucks each.
Those Gutter Garbs, they've
30 bucks
gone
each.
up since
Mhm.
I've started.
Well, you know everything's going up.
I started ordering like Gutter Garbs back in 2019, and their new shirts are like $23.
Right on.
Now
Eric
they're 30.
commented, I missed it. Did anybody say Ethel? I had Ethel at number 2. And since you probably missed that, you probably missed Ryan's final or number 1, and his number 1 was Pamela Voorhees,
Number one.
since you were asking about that earlier. But so I guess we'll just do that giveaway real quick, and then we'll talk about Brian Sting in October a little bit. But
Good luck, everybody.
nobody else. Double check real quick. See if anybody else.
How many?
messaged you.
How many entries did you get?
Not a lot.
Okay.
But fuck it. We're done. You're in there. I got you.
We-
I think there's like 13 in there.
13,000.
13,000? That's
We
what it was.
put 1,000 of each name.
Yeah, we
There
put.
you go.
We got hundreds and hundreds of entries in this little.
Oh, and
Little
also while you're doing that, on the way here, I got my 6-pack of my non-alcoholic beer, of course. What was my change from the store?
13 cents.
It was.
Nice.
13 cents. We got 13 entries. I
It was
think.
$11.87,
lot of
and I gave him
13s.
$12.
So reach in. See, no shenanigans, guys. This is all on camera.
I'm watching.
This is the guy. Get the fuck out of here.
Is it Jared? I can't.
You
Give it to someone else. 'Cause
Give it
I'm
to
on
someone
there.
else?
Yeah, I don't
He
want to
says no.
seem like it was rigged. So
All right. He says no. All right.
Do you want
This
me
is
to-
how you know that
You
everyone
grab
isn't
it.
your
You-
name,
you
okay?
grab it.
You're not gonna believe this shit. You're not gonna believe this shit. It's too much. I swear, I'll show you the other names too. See? So Jared actually wanted it. So
there
he
you
was
go.
there.
And Jared needs more Friday the 13th stuff in his.
Well, it's Nightmare on
office.
Elm Street stuff according to Jared. But look,
Yeah.
just so you see, like, your names are not on every paper.
There you go.
So there's other people were in here. I promise. See.
Yep.
So it was on the up and up.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Good
the
job,
Horror Set
Jared.
podcast wins twice. What the fuck are the chances? Well, actually, the
What are the
chances
odds
are
of that?
113,
It
aren't
was
they?
a fucking dusty finish.
The dusty finish. Wrestling fans will get that. But okay, so Brian is doing a thing October 13th at the legendary Blairstown Diner in Blairstown, I said New York on my podcast. Did you hear that when I did that?
I did not.
When I was
You're
doing the
lucky.
review, I was doing me and Ricky did a little thing from the hotel just so I could
Yeah,
put
I
something out.
listened to that this past
Right.
weekend of you and Ricky, and then I listened to your Hellraiser one yesterday.
Right.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, we're here live in Blairstown, New York, and I'm like, and when I heard it back, I'm like, oh, that's not fucking New York. So no, Blairstown Diner, legendary Blairstown Diner from Blairstown, New Jersey,
Yeah.
where the South Jersey slasher himself will be cosplaying as Jason. Where you are the if I got my facts straight, you are a five-time champion as a cosplayer. Am I correct?
I got to do the Jason Rooney. Yeah.
The Jason Rooney.
So-
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Any dildos of the week. Actually, we were mentioning that earlier, Eric.
We're going to probably add something for the audio podcast, or we might talk
Yeah.
about it. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. So I'm a 5-time champion, and it's all because of J3 Jason costumes.
I ordered from him last week.
Oh, did you get the Part 7 hood?
The Part 7 hood, yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if it'll fit my fat ass head. He thinks it
No, his hoods fit my big ass head, so you'll
So-
be fine.
will. So
yeah.
I got
Just do what I do.
So I'm good
Put
either way.
Vaseline in your hair. No, I'm serious.
I know, I hear you. Trust me, I'm going to take your advice.
Yeah, because if you go in dry, it ain't gonna be fun.
You don't want to go in
I
dry.
remember at Blairstown last year, Sean Richards was struggling and getting hot under there. And
Yeah.
I taught him that baby powder trick because that's my thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baby powder. He got some baby powder and then he's just like, "You were so right, man."
I put baby powder.
Jared says never go in dry.
I recently got Part 4 gloves, and Jim over at J3 is like, put baby powder in your gloves; it'd be easier to get on. Well,
Yeah.
I put too
Mm.
Your
much.
hands won't get as sweaty either.
Well, my hands get sweaty to begin with, but it was like pancake batter when I took.
Oh,
it 'cause I had
yeah.
so much in there.
Right on.
Yeah. So
Back to
5-time.
your event.
What's that?
I said, well, back to your event.
Yeah, so doing this thing in Blairstown, it's not what I envisioned it to be because some people ruin it for others, and the diner was cautious, and
I bet.
the plan that I had wouldn't have cost them any money. Actually, they would have profited. They were still a little leery, and it took a little bit of time for them to get back to me.
Right.
And I said, well, it's getting sooner and sooner. They just announced the con in Maryland for Friday the 13th weekend, so it's going to be really hard. So I said, let's just do it what we normally do, and if I can put anything together, I'll do it. So because they really didn't get back to me in time, I got booked for another place that night. So I'm dividing my day up
Okay.
in half. So they'll be open as early as 7:00, and they stay open past, when the last person served gets busy. Plus, they're doing tours that weekend at camp. So, it's going to be busy. It's Halloween, so it's going to be a lot of traffic. So I'm doing what I did last year. I'm going to do wedding vow renewals if anyone is interested.
Me and my wife did that.
Yeah, it was a big success last year. I'm only charging $25, which is not bad. Same setup as last year. I'm going to be debuting for the first time my Jason Goes to Hell costume.
Nice.
Ooh.
This has been a work in progress because Jim Ingram's been like super busy, and I'm like, take your time. I don't need it. I've had the Jason dagger for like a year now, year and a half,
Mhm.
which was made by Darb Designs, and it looks beautiful. It's all 3D printed.
And that's one cosplay you don't see often either.
No, you don't see a lot, and
Well, you don't see like a
a
legit one. They
No.
sold that rubber mask. That
That don't
like,
even-
you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. where it's all all in one.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
all rubber.
Yeah.
So Jim's been working on it, here and there, and he's been sending me pictures, and it looks really good. Like I would say if you follow Huskin Horror Studios on Facebook or Instagram, Cody Huskins, his Part 9 looks really good.
Right on.
So, but yeah, you don't see a lot of 9 cosplayers at conventions or
Oh,
anything.
it's got to be the least cosplayed of them all.
Yeah, and I have a soft spot for Jason Goes to Hell because that was the first Friday film I saw at the theater. So, was it? It's not the best Jason, but I liked it for what it was.
I like it a lot more now than I ever did after meeting.
It's
Adam
like
Marcus.
to me it's like Part 5. Over the years, I appreciated it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, Part 5, yes, I agree with
Yeah,
you.
we love that, but no, I like it a lot better now after talking to Adam and him explaining how everything went, and just like it all just made sense to me.
I mean, if anything, I like the look of Jason for like the
and everybody, most people
Yeah,
like that. You like
yeah,
that.
I do like the look of Jason.
like the end fight scene with him and
Not bad.
I thought it was great,
Mhm.
So I'll be there from probably 8 a.m. to 2:30. I'm hoping to do wedding vow renewals if anyone wants to do it, probably around noon. And I just spoke with Ron Gann yesterday.
Ron is going to be there.
Ron, yeah.
He's going to be there all day, 9 to 9. So, and he'll have plethora of books. He's a big Part 2 fan, and if you haven't read this book, it's awesome. Ryan, have you read it at all, or?
Right there. I have not read it yet, but I plan on it.
It's a very the best way for me to describe it is if a bunch of friends were just talking Friday.
Yeah,
that's how he writes
really,
it.
And you don't need to read it front to back. You could just pull up any book, like look at anything. There's really cool stories in here, and
he's as of
fantastic job.
As of I think earlier this week or Friday when he messaged me before yesterday, he has sold 900 copies on Amazon.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. So yeah, he's coming down. He lives in Massachusetts, I believe. So he'll be coming
right
down.
on.
Yeah, and I talked to Stacey Lee today to see if I could get any of the cast members, but unfortunately, a couple of them are making commitments to a local haunt somewhere in that area.
Okay.
So they'll be there. They haven't announced it yet. I didn't ask, but there is another Friday the 13th in 2024 in September.
Oh, the weather would be even probably a little better then.
Yeah. So I told her, let's do something together. So I'm going to talk to the diner tomorrow and let them know, just so.
Well, anything the two of you are going to be involved, we're going to be interested in for
it.
sure, because she's awesome, and you're awesome.
She only lives. Thank you. She only lives like 40 minutes from me. It's so funny. And Laura Marie Taylor, she was actually looking to move down in this area, but then family things happened that she had to put that news on hold. But it's pretty cool. Like. I would love to see Stacey's house with all her memorabilia.
Oh, I'm sure it's really good.
Sure,
yeah.
Dwarfs our collections.
So it wasn't what I wanted it to be, just because of things that happened in the past, and I fully understand the diner, just being cautious. But Gary has full faith in me, so I was basically like the liaison for everything. It just took them a little longer. But speaking of which, I'm going to the diner the Saturday the 1st, Rick. So they had the hats in, so I'm going to get your hat for you.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. So unfortunately, they only do the large, extra large. They don't.
Yeah, that should be cool, because I got a lot of those flex hats and those fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like mine a little loose, so I get the extra large double XL because my head sometimes gets bigger.
Mine's like 8 and something, so it's big.
Yeah.
8.
Wow, I wear 7.5.
Yeah,
I don't even know what mine is. So.
I know it's 8. I want to say it's 8. I could be wrong. The boy probably knows. If it's not 8, it's really fucking close to 8.
8 is like
Barry
pushing
Bonds,
Barry
buddy.
Bonds territory. I was just going to say
Bonds is 8 3/4.
What?
Well, you know what they say about people with big heads, big brains,
Big hats,
big butts. Is what you said?
big hats.
Big hats. Yeah.
Big feet.
No,
Chelsea.
No, it means
Chelsea says hi.
It means they read a lot of books.
Oh, I read a lot of books. Yeah.
And Jared said we got a big ass head.
Now, Brian, you said you're just splitting your time on Friday the 13th from the diner.
Yes, I can't talk about the second part.
Top secret information.
I'm just going to say, if you wanted to plug that other event, you can. But if it's still under wraps, I get it.
Yeah, it's still under wraps. But let me just say, it's something that I didn't expect. And I would say thank Jared for the connection. And I knew the gentleman. I met him through Jared, and he reached out to me and said, "Hey, what are you doing on the 13th? I have an idea for you, and I'll make it worth your while." So we'll probably announce it as it gets closer to fall, But it's going to be a real big opportunity for me, and
I might have an idea.
Let's just say, I feel like I'm being treated like a celebrity. I feel like I'm like being treated like a celebrity.
There you go.
I think he saw my role, and his name was Jason. He said,
"That's it." Guy. You got to have the handsome guy.
Yeah. Speaking of which, where's my photo at?
Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but it's up there. It's up there in between.
Oh, yep, I see it right there.
Yeah.
But the big timer you didn't even fucking sign it.
You didn't sign it.
Well,
Can't
you
sign
know, I didn't think of it, but it comes extra, you know.
I know, I get it. I know.
Better.
I had a feeling that was going to be the case, and I meant to bring a Sharpie just in
Better.
case.
I'm
and I was
going to
like,
be like, what's his name? His name's making the convention rounds again because of how big of a dick he is. Andrew Bernarski.
oh yeah, I heard things about that
He'll
guy.
have a set price, and then when he comes to his
He
table,
adds
he'll
as it
cross it
goes.
out and put a new price on there.
I heard
He's
he's
like
at one
freaking-
convention and spilled his beer that he's sitting there drinking at the thing all over his 8x10s.
He's like charging $100 or something like that.
Yeah,
That's
no,
ridiculous.
fuck that, man.
Yeah.
Like, dude, no. He was Leatherface in
Yeah.
one of
Well,
one of the bad movies,
his
too.
favorite character I liked him in was Higher Learning. If you've ever seen,
I thought you were gonna
that.
say Zangief.
No.
He was Zangief in the Street Fighter movie.
That's right. Yeah,
God, was that
he was
bad movie.
also Christopher Walken's son in Batman Returns.
Okay.
But it did.
Nice.
He was a lot slimmer, and he looked like Christian Bale in the Batman movies. That's what
Okay,
he
no,
looked
I
like.
remember that character.
Yeah, Jared said the program was good. He said there would be a bomb-ass video, so Jared has an idea of making a promo video for this thing I'm doing in October.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, sound, and we know he can make bomb ass videos because we are the proud recipients of one of those.
And I have after for this event, I'm debuting another costume. I'm debuting Ghost Jason.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah. So I bought the costume off of a friend of mine, Corey Kaufman.
Okay.
And I got a really good deal on it. I mean, basically, it was all the clothing minus the pants. I mean, it had the jacket and everything. And Corey's about my size, but he had it on a mannequin. So when I got the stuff, the undershirt was it was like a schmedium. So I had to get a new undershirt. And then the jacket looked big enough, but when I put it on, I was like this. So
That guy in a little coat.
yeah, so I actually, and it's hard to find an M69 or 65 jacket that really resembles that, but I found something close. It was actually the jacket Rambo wore in the first Rambo.
Right on.
So yeah, so I just got to send that out to J3. So I'll be debuting that Friday the 13th in October. So
Sounds like a blast.
so are you getting a Part 7 costume eventually?
I don't know. I'm gonna get the hood, and yeah, we're probably gonna work on that. And I'm gonna talk to him and save some
And
cash.
Ryan makes your hawks, right?
What's it?
And Ryan's making your hawk, or you already have one for the mask you bought?
Oh, the Hawk. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he might be. I don't think he's done a Part 7 before, right?
Done
Oh,
a couple.
Okay. Yeah, so he would probably be making it. Yeah, if
It's not my favorite one to make.
why? Why is that? Because it's Part 7, or
No,
No.
I don't hate Part 7 or anything
Okay.
like that. It's like middle of the road for me.
okay? What's your favorite hawk to make?
My favorite hawk to make, or my favorite hawk period.
Your
Oh.
favorite hawk period? Okay.
My favorite hawk period is Final Chapter.
And is that also your favorite to make?
No, Part 5 is my favorite to make because they're so fucking easy.
Yeah, he killed it on mine. Like
I
I
did
got
it
a
one
really
day.
nice one.
I did
yeah.
his in one day.
Oh,
That's
really?
like he
Wow,
started getting
okay.
like the real molds, the ones
Yeah.
that they're clear when you get them, and
What are you, the JDF blanks? Is that who you use, or
Say
the
again?
JD,
The
the
blanks.
the JDF hawks?
Yeah. I got
Okay.
that one from him. From
Nice.
from him.
Okay.
So yeah. So we've been doing this for about an hour, so I guess we're gonna get ready to wrap this up. We did the giveaway, promoted your deal, and thanks for coming on. It was a great
thanks for having-
time.
I had a great time. I knew it was going to be fun. I feel like I should have brought a beer or something.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So so check out Brian and Jared on the Horror Shed podcast. Also, Brian does a podcast that comes out every now and again with Dave Brown.
Yeah, he's
Third
always
channel
busy.
for horror. Really dig that too. You guys need to do those more often.
Yeah, it's hard because he's got a design job, something. I
Yeah.
don't know, but
Right, but when they come out, it's always good.
yeah, we still have to record our
old
recap
movies.
from Camp Crystal Lake, and then
Mhm.
our one we are recording is Piranha.
Yeah,
So-
I went to buy that. I seen the Blu-ray. It was like $3, but it was the new one. It wasn't the old one. So I'll watch it on Tubi
Yeah.
because I wanted to
and you
watch.
guys inspired me because I listened to your All Hallows Eve review, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to go revisit the Terrifier movies.
Nice,
So
nice.
I watched them this past weekend. I haven't watched All Hallows Eve in such a long time. It'll probably be like if I put it in, it'll be like watching it for the first time again.
Are you going when they release Terrifier in the theater next month?
No, you know why? Because I just feel like, I mean, I like the movie itself. I just feel like everyone's on the art bandwagon now, and
It seems that way.
yeah,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, you know,
I
because
love
it's
seeing
something
horror
new.
movies in the theater, so I'm gonna go.
It's fresh. You know, people want something fresh. I just feel there's just people are just jumping on the bandwagon. It's but I don't like being in crowds. I hate people. So,
I'm not gonna have to worry about that here because when I looked for tickets, almost the whole theater was available. So this will be like
the theater I go to, it's an older theater. It's an AMC theater, so not a lot of people go.
yeah.
And when I saw Terrifier 2 in the theaters, it wasn't sold out. Like I want to go see The Flash, but I'm like,
I liked it. I liked it.
It'll be on HBO Max next week probably. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it got hated on by everybody, but I liked it.
You
There
know,
was
and-
one cameo that I popped so freaking hard for.
I haven't
people have been wanting a Batman Beyond movie for like 30 years now.
Mhm.
And you know, they were saying, the studio was saying, well, if this movie does well,
Yeah,
we'll
Kevin
have-
Smith said that.
we'll have Michael Keaton
Mhm.
do it. Why should he be punished because of what his co-star did to ruin this? Because people didn't.
Right.
I feel people didn't go see it because
Because of Ezra Miller. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with it. And but they had so much time and money invested in this, they couldn't really just cut him and redo the whole movie.
No,
You know?
and I never liked him when they cast him as a Flash. I did not like.
I did.
I don't. He's
Yeah.
Barry Allen's not a bumbling nitwit. Like, that's not his character, and that's
I liked him better than the guy from the TV show.
TV show. Nah, Grant Gustin's awesome. Get out of here.
Right.
You're the dick of the week.
But I bet you when you see the cameo that I'm talking about, you're gonna pop too.
Well, you know, freaking TikTok ruined everything, so I probably already know which one you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, the final scene, right?
It's like when they're going through and they see all of the people and the giant spider.
Oh yeah, I saw Nicholas.
You know
Cage,
about
yeah.
it? Okay.
Have you ever listened to Kevin Smith talk about that?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's so
that's
funny.
what I knew. That's why I knew what it was as soon as I seen the spider. I
Can you
didn't even
imagine
need
if
to
we
turn
got
around.
that movie?
I feel so weird because I don't know what the fuck they're talking about right now.
And you know, DC is releasing the DCU movies in a box set. I'm like, who's gonna buy that garbage?
Nobody. I mean, I like a lot of them, but hardly any of them are like complete movies.
No.
They start off good, the middle's jacked, and the end's good, or but they don't all work.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to keep you guys longer. I mean, we're talking about comic books. This is a
Yeah, we
whole
can just
other
go on and
podcast.
on.
You two, I don't know shit about it. I didn't even read comics when I was a kid, man.
What?
But right on. So everybody, download, listen, like, all that good shit. Follow Brian and his stuff, and we'll see you next week.
Later, man.
Take
All
care,
right, take it
guys.
easy, Brian.
Yeah.